Welcome back to Daily AI News at Let's Data Science. It's 2026-05-28. Today, we're diving into some pivotal developments from the future of machine intelligence to major product launches. Let's get to it. We begin with a landmark moment in AI-driven research. On May 20th, OpenAI published a blog post announcing that an internal general-purpose reasoning model has produced a proof that disproves the Erdos planar unit distance conjecture, a problem posed by Paul Erdos in 1946. The planar unit distance problem asks, in essence, how many pairs of points at unit distance can be arranged among n points in the plane. For nearly 80 years, mathematicians believed that grid-based constructions were essentially optimal. According to OpenAI, its model generated a constructive counterexample, an infinite family of point arrangements that yields a polynomial improvement over the previously assumed best constructions. This wasn't simply a speculative claim. OpenAI stated that the proof was checked by a group of external mathematicians and released alongside a companion paper co-authored in part by Thomas Bloom. Coverage in Nature and Scientific American described the development as the first widely reported instance of an AI-generated, externally verified proof resolving a prominent open problem in a subfield of mathematics. Prominent mathematicians reacted strongly. Timothy Gowers told Scientific American that no previous AI-generated proof had come close to meeting top journal standards. Daniel Litt described it as the first result produced autonomously by an AI that I find interesting in itself. Technically, OpenAI emphasized that this was not a narrow, math-specific system, but a general-purpose reasoning model. The construction reportedly combined ideas from multiple branches of mathematics, and human-written expositions on Arxiv now provide a more digestible walkthrough of the argument and verification steps. For practitioners, the implications are substantial. This event sharpens questions around verification workflows, provenance, and reproducibility. OpenAI has not disclosed full internal details or the model name, and prior high-profile claims around Erdos problems included missteps where outputs reflected absorbed literature rather than novel proofs. That history makes independent verification pipelines and reproducibility artifacts critical. The broader takeaway is that AI systems are moving from heuristic assistance to engines capable of generating publishable, frontier-level mathematics. But acceptance hinges on external validation, formalization, and transparent reasoning workflows. Expect close scrutiny of referee reports, independent reproductions, and possible formalization in proof assistance in the months ahead. Our next top story shifts from frontier reasoning to frontier security. Cisco's AI threat intelligence team has published findings reported by HelpNet Security showing that multi-turn adversarial attacks dramatically degrade the safety performance of leading AI models. Cisco evaluated 15 closed flagship models from OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Amazon, and xAI. The testing included roughly 30,000 single-turn prompts and nearly 7,000 multi-turn attacks across more than 1,400 conversations. The results are striking. Under multi-turn attack conditions, attack success rates climbed as high as 88%. Grok 4.1 Fast, in its non-reasoning configuration, topped the cohort at that 88% success rate. Gemini 3 Pro reportedly rose from about 18% attack success in single-turn tests to 73% under multi-turn pressure. An OpenAI model increased roughly ninefold to nearly 25%. Anthropic's models moved from low single-digit single-turn success rates to between 11 and 16% in multi-turn scenarios. Interestingly, Nova 2 Lite showed a relatively high single-turn attack success rate, but the lowest multi-turn rate at around 8%. More than half the models exhibited an absolute gap of at least 15 percentage points between single-turn and multi-turn evaluations. The key insight is that single-turn benchmarks can significantly understate real-world risk. Multi-turn adversaries use persistence, reframing, persona adoption, and incremental escalation. Cisco's head of AI threat and security research framed the core question succinctly: how secure is this model against real-world attack scenarios? For deployment teams, this is a call to upgrade evaluation protocols. Treat single-turn attack success rate as incomplete. Incorporate multi-turn adversarial testing, adaptive attackers, and tail risk mapping. expect growing pressure for standardized multi-turn red team benchmarks and vendor disclosures around mitigation strategies targeting persistence-based attacks rather than just one-shot refusal tuning. Our third top story highlights the governance gap emerging in enterprise AI deployments. According to Checkpoint's 2026 Cloud Security Report, 70% of organizations now run generative AI in live environments, and 64% have AI agents in pilot or production deployments. Crucially, some of those agents hold privileged access to core systems. Checkpoint reports confirmed and suspected AI-related incidents as production AI expands the enterprise attack surface. Traditional security architectures built around human users and predictable application flows are struggling to accommodate API-driven autonomous systems. The mismatch is architectural. Identity and access controls often assume human sessions and static workflows. AI agents introduce high-frequency API interactions, automated decision loops, and novel privilege patterns. Without short-lived credentials, fine-grained entitlements, and runtime monitoring tailored to agent behavior, organizations risk credential abuse and automated lateral movement. For CISOs and platform engineers, the message is clear. Governance is lagging deployment. Practical indicators to monitor include agent-aware identity controls, granular permissioning for high-stakes operations, and updated incident taxonomies that distinguish AI-driven compromise from human-driven breaches. Finally, in our top stories, Alibaba International has launched Axio Work, a plug-and-play enterprise AI agent platform aimed at small and medium-sized enterprises. Announced March 23rd and reported by PR Newswire and Reuters, Axio Work is positioned as a pre-configured agent team that can run business workflows without coding or setup. According to PR Newswire, Axio has grown from a B2B sourcing engine introduced in November 2024 to a platform serving over 10 million monthly active users globally. TechNode reports that Axio Work can complete tasks such as market analysis, product selection, store design, and listing in about 30 minutes. Reuters quotes Alibaba International Vice President Kuo Zhang, who emphasized that any action involving financial transactions, payment execution, or access to private files requires explicit, granular user permission. Technically, Axio Work integrates connectors for tools such as Gmail, Google Drive, Slack, and Notion, reflecting a hybrid architecture combining language model-driven agents with app-level integrations. For SMEs, this lowers the barrier to automation. For practitioners, it raises questions about permission scope, logging, auditability, and multi-agent coordination failure modes. Now, for a few other key updates in our lightning round. Pony.ai has launched Pony World 2.0, an upgraded proprietary world model and training system for its Level 4 autonomous driving stack. According to an April 10th press release, Pony World 2.0 adds self-diagnosis, targeted data collection, and more efficient retraining on hardest cases. Founder and CTO Tiancheng Liu described it as a step toward a more self-improving approach to autonomy. PR Newswire reports fleet expansion from 270 to over 1,400 vehicles, with a target of more than 3,000 vehicles by year-end. In funding news, Israeli defense AI startup Eris Labs has emerged from stealth with $60 million in total funding, including a $31 million Series B led by PSG Equity. Co-founders Noam Friedman, Rota Mullahs, and Amos Lahav are building a video-first intelligence platform that converts fragmented sources such as drones, CCTV, and body cameras into structured outputs branded as user-generated field intelligence. Reporting names deployments with government organizations worldwide, including the U.S. Army. On the capital markets side, HedgeCo reports that hedge funds are coining the term AI CapEx fatigue as Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, and Oracle continue historic infrastructure spending. Investors are shifting from broad AI enthusiasm to more selective scrutiny of returns on invested capital. And finally, the UBS Global Family Office Report 2026, surveying 307 family offices with an average net worth of $2.7 billion, finds that 65% have invested across the AI value chain, from data centers to semiconductor manufacturers. 60% plan to adjust strategic asset allocation over the next 12 months, signaling sustained but selective AI exposure. And that's your AI briefing for today. The landscape is moving faster than ever, and we'll be here to track it with you. For more insights, Visit us at letsdatascience.com. Thanks for tuning in, stay curious, and we'll be back tomorrow with the latest in AI.